Remember the Krusty Krab? Yeah. Yes, bro.
Is the pizza?
Exactly.
So I had rollerblades, cold on rollerblades. I mean, I hit a circle on you in a minute.
Roll
okay?
bounce times
What?
3.
What? They wasn't messing with me.
His name alone.
What is he saying though?
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. This is Angle of Elevation podcast from Allmond with the Sauce. In this first episode, I want to introduce a guest that was a coworker of mine back in 2013-ish to 2015.
We're going to go with ish.
Ish. We actually used to work for an after-school program where we used to work with kindergartners through third graders and just help them out with reading and math through various activities like cooking and music and things of that nature. So I want to welcome Minesha to the very first episode.
Hey, thank you for having me, JC.
Yes,
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Let's do
This is. I feel like this is about to be lit, man. I'm doing.
You know,
my
I'm
thing.
in agreement. So I've always, been on your bandwagon when it comes to your ideas. You innovative dude, so
I try.
I
try.
I'm just trying to get up there with you.
I'm trying, man. I feel like I'm an ideas person. Like I'm always coming up with ideas, and I'm just trying to implement those.
I feel that.
That's all I'm trying to do.
I feel that.
So, all right. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into the very first segment, which is a game that I made up called Top 5.
Okay.
All right, Top 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Top 5,
so
top 5.
exactly, bro. In the notes. Literally in the notes, I
You
have.
know I got you on the music
Exactly.
references. Come on.
I literally have the timestamp at which point he says top 5.
Exactly.
So we already right there. So the way this game works is I'm gonna name a topic / category, and you're gonna come up with a top 5 list.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna come up with my top 5 list,
Okay.
and then we're gonna just talk about our list and why we picked what we picked.
Okay.
All right. So the topic is childhood TV shows.
Ooh.
Childhood TV shows.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. When you say childhood,
Okay.
you gotta give me more of a number because I can go all the way from when I was
Well, I mean, we're
kid.
both 90s people, right? Like, I was born in 91. What year were you
Ish.
born? 90?
88. I'm an 80s
Okay,
baby.
okay. So we still in the,
Okay. I give you that.
All right, so because I have my top 5 already,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to tell you I'm going to start with 5 and then work my way down.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so my number 5 is Tom and Jerry. Mm-hmm. Tom and Jerry I picked because I'm realizing it now that I'm older. That dude really, was planning and plotting and strategizing on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he would really be devising plans on trying to get this dude. You know what I'm saying?
But what happened though?
I mean,
That's a what not to do list. Okay.
yeah. But I just always found it interesting, how he would go and just have these plans and execute them, and it was just cool.
Yeah.
And the idea that there was no dialogue, I
Yeah.
found that interesting.
You know, that's crazy to see how our attention spans were back then versus now. Because think about a cartoon with no dialogue now for the kids.
Right?
What?
They're gonna be
No.
like, click.
Okay, next.
Right? Exactly. So I thought that was cool, and just the way he be finessing.
Yeah.
And then the just those two characters alone, how you can go make a whole show.
Yeah.
Off of just one simple premise.
Facts.
Was why I picked Tom and Jerry for my number
Facts.
5.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry.
Tom
and
and
the
Jerry,
thing
okay.
about it is, when I was a kid, when that was popping, my bedtime when I was a kid was 9 o'clock, and I don't know what time it came on, but I would always watch Tom and Jerry every night before going to sleep.
Okay, that's
So
that's
that
all
hits.
right.
Yeah, that hits for me.
Okay, real quick, do you remember that song where he was singing to the lady cat? Is you is or is you ain't my baby? That's my song.
Yes, bro. I
That
remember
is my
that.
song. I thought that was so cool.
Yes, bro.
But
And
they had heavy influences on the jazz scene. Come on now.
Yeah, they did.
Come
They
on.
did. And then I also remember one clip that I saw just recently where he was pulling up on this old shorty real smooth. What did he do? He went up and popped his hat up.
Yeah.
What's good? And then he had rolled a cigarette and he took Jerry and had him lick it, and then instead of lighting it,
Yeah.
he threw it in the air and shot a gun. And
I
the
think I saw
gunfire-
that one.
Yeah, and then he smoked it all in one hit, and then when he
Lungs
blew the
is bad.
smoke, And when he when he blew the smoke out, it said howdy.
Okay.
I was like, come on, bro. Like, you got to give him the number after that. Like,
you have to.
Come on. So what would you say your top 5 or number 5 would be?
My number 5. Let's see.
Childhood cartoons, or not even cartoons. It could be a show.
Okay, so I bet not get no slack for this.
Oh no.
I don't know if people seen it. I think it was like a UK/British show, but it was called S Club 7. Never heard of it.
Never heard.
Swear.
Educate me.
Okay, so the premise behind the story, it was a young it was seven teens, right? Mm-hmm. It was boys and girls, and they were a group. They were a singing group. So they would go on different adventures, and things would happen to them, but they would always end up making it to their performance. So they used to have some bangers. Okay, when the episode came on,
What?
S Club.
What? I never
Ain't no
heard
party
of that.
like an S Club. What? I was on it. S Club 7 was legit. I think that came on like, I don't know, one of the, like the Noggin or something. Remember the end? I don't think people really watched that, but S Club, what? That's
S
number
Club.
5 for me. I like, and to this day, I probably go back and watch it. Like, okay, that was dope.
Okay, you just put me on.
Okay, go
Okay.
check out some clips.
I might. All right, so for me, number 4 was the Wild Thornberries.
Ooh.
The reason I picked Wild Thornberries is because they were so strategic whenever it came to like their intense situations. And I remember there would be an episode, let's say, where they were in like a dungeon or something, and the walls were closing in. And, you know, it'd be super suspenseful. So I'd be on the edge of my seat like, oh, what's going to happen?
Okay, what y'all doing?
Break. Commercial break. Like,
Come back.
come on now. Like, you got me all hyped and then going to hit me with some commercials. Like,
It'd be like that.
I used to hate that. But I used to love it, too, because I was like, that's smart. That's smart. Because you
It
know I'm going
keeps
to stay
coming
on the
back.
channel.
What?
You know,
I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah, like, I'm finna see, you know what I'm saying?
And back then, we wasn't timing commercials.
Exactly.
You know, now you can see it. It's like 2 minutes till you're like, ugh.
Exactly.
Back then, you're like, ooh, I don't know when it's going to come on. It's going to come out after this commercial or the
Exactly.
next.
No, why risk it? I'm
Yeah,
going
why
to
risk
just
it?
watch the commercials.
Wild Thornberries was good, though.
Wild
I did
Thornberries was
enjoy
good.
it. It's because it had animals. I love animals.
Yeah.
So
and
to
they
see
could
them-
talk, too, right?
What?
Yeah.
I was like, how is she talking? Like, she was just a cool chick.
Yeah, she was.
Definitely a
she
cool
was.
chick.
Yeah, and then Darwin, like his name alone.
What is he saying, though?
Yeah, yeah.
He was still a cool
Exactly.
kid.
He was straight. All right, so that's my number 4. Number 3, I would say is probably Rocket Power.
Rocket Power.
Did you ever
okay.
watch Rocket Power?
Not really. That was my sister more so that watched Rocket Power. I mean, I've seen clips of it, but I ain't really get into it like that. Like, I mean, it was cool. Mm-hmm. It was cool.
Yeah, Rocket Power. I just like, the reason I picked that was because it was just kids going outside doing kid things.
Yeah.
Like, Rocket Power was actually the reason I started skateboarding.
Yeah.
When I was in 4th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, because, you know, they'd be like all about the extreme sports
Yeah.
or whatever. I was watching Rocket Power, and that basically inspired me to start skating.
That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Side note
What's
about my
up?
skating experience, right?
Okay.
So I had rollerblades, cold on rollerblades. I mean, I hit a circle on you in a minute.
Roll
okay?
bounce times 3.
What? They wasn't messing with me. But so I thought I would get into skateboarding. So my parents, being supportive as they are,
Shout out to them.
okay, shout out to the parents, but go to Toys R Us when that was popping.
Right.
I miss Toys R Us.
R.I.P.
Anywho, okay, R.I.P. But go to Toys R Us, right? And get this like, I don't know, think about it. It was so goofy. But anywho, get this like skateboard / scooter thing because it was like a starter kit.
Was it the one that converted? Yeah, the little fold. Yeah, I had one of those.
So I
what
got
you trying
the-
to do today? You want to skate? You want to scooter? Like,
what do you want to do? So hold on. I try like, okay, I'm gonna start with the scooter because I feel comfortable. I have a scooter. I can do that. So I start with the scooter and I gain my confidence on it. I'm like, okay, I can kind of maneuver this, not knowing that I'm stabilizing myself with that little hook thing. Okay. I put that joint down, JC. I stepped on and fell right off. That was the end of my skateboard career. Under the bed. I'm good on that.
You got marks all up.
I didn't get marks. I just hurt.
Yeah.
I was done.
Yeah.
I fell on my backside. I was cool after that.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
No mas.
Hey, at least you can say you tried it, right?
I did.
So,
I did.
that's-
Adventurous.
All right, so what do I got? Tom and Jerry, the Wild Thornberries, My Brother and Me. Sound familiar?
Know it. Come on now. My
It was
brother and
on
me.
it was on Nickelodeon / Nick Jr. It was a show called My Brother and Me. It was a dude and his little brother.
Yeah.
And it was basically on some, like, each episode they get into some mischief of some sort. But I just thought that was so cool because it was like some young black dudes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they were just going through life.
Exactly.
And so every episode I could be like, oh yeah, that happened to me before, you know? So number 3 has to go to My Brother and Me.
Okay.
If you haven't watched it, you should definitely watch it.
No, I've seen My Brother and Me. I was in tune with all that. I have older brothers, so
Okay.
whatever they was watching, I was right under them.
Yeah.
They couldn't get rid of me. So
and actually, one of my first years as a teacher, whenever we had homeroom and nothing to do, we would watch My Brother and Me.
Okay.
And it was because
that's
like
kind of dope.
Yeah, I like shows that have lessons. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So My Brother and Me was definitely on there. Number 2, I would have to say I gotta go with SpongeBob, man.
Ooh.
Like you can't go wrong with
You
SpongeBob.
can't.
There's
I had
too many
SpongeBob
episodes.
sheets. Like,
Yes.
stop. I was serious.
Yes, there's
Definitely.
too many episodes that have situations that are just hilarious.
Hilarious.
Period.
Especially when Sandy came through.
Exactly.
What? From Texas? I was like, I'm
exactly,
from Texas.
Yeah, she's from
Shout out to
Texas.
Sandy.
Exactly. Exactly. One of the ones that stick out. There's a many that stick out.
Yeah.
But one of the ones is when they were delivering the Krusty Krab pizza. You remember the Krusty Krab? Yeah. Yes, bro.
Is the pizza?
Exactly.
The fact that you sung it.
Yes,
I'm
bro.
done.
That was the episode because
Yeah.
it opened up how SpongeBob was and opened up how
Yeah.
Patrick was.
Yeah.
Not Patrick, Squidward.
Yeah.
And so how he was like, we just got to get the pizza to the customer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
SpongeBob wasn't having that.
yeah, exactly.
Gotta do the most.
Exactly.
You're not with it, get lost.
Exactly. Bro.
They have hella episodes.
Bro,
But
I
SpongeBob
was-
is definitely decent. Come on now.
Oh yeah, come on. I was talking to a former student of mine.
Yeah.
And she was talking about, were you there when SpongeBob first came out? I was like, was I there? I was
Right.
literally at the TV when season 1, episode 1
Okay.
premiered. That was my number 2.
Okay.
But number 1, it has to be Hey Arnold. That
Oh
is my
God.
show, bro.
I love some Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold, I could watch Hey Arnold for literally season on top of season, bro.
Who you
Like,
telling? Remember,
man.
I think it was recent that the movie came out.
Oh yeah, the Hey
And I
Arnold
was
movie.
gung ho about it. I was like, "What?" I love me some Hey Arnold.
Actually, if you log into my YouTube right now, the only thing, you know how you can buy movies on
Yeah.
YouTube? The only movie that I bought was the Hey Arnold
Wow.
movie. Yeah.
It's you know what? I was a little let down by the movie.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I'm thinking like, oh, okay, it's gonna have the same vibe as the show. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Emphasis on Arnold, Helga,
Yeah.
all of them. It didn't give me that life.
Yeah.
You know what I think about like a lot of these older 90s shows that we used to watch as a kid. They don't have that same spunk.
They don't.
When you
bro.
go
They
back
really
and watch
don't.
it, you like,
Where is this today?
look,
Like,
what was I watching?
exactly.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's not the same.
It's
I,
not.
I legitimately feel bad for the people born in 2000 and later because they don't have the same shows.
They don't. Like
It's
the
not the
content
same.
is totally
It's not
to
the
me,
same.
I feel like it's too advanced to say the least. And I'm not saying like knowledge wise, just life experience wise. Like
Yeah.
some things, like let kids be kids, bro. Like
Mhm.
my nieces and nephew, go outside. Dad, go outside.
Today, I was having a text message conversation with a friend of mine, and we were just reminiscing on the days where we would go. Like I would literally go to my friend's door, knock, knock, knock. Can so and so come outside to play?
Look,
Like
let me know what your status is.
exactly. Like
Bump a Facebook
bro,
message.
did you ever used to ask your parents, could you get wet?
What? And be dead ass like, can I please? Can I
Yes.
please? It's crazy you brought that up. I was just talking to my little sister. Shout out to my sister. Anywho's, so I was talking to my little sister and we had, I think it was this thing from Walmart, but bro, it looked like a peanut, right? But it had like these like, I guess you would call them tentacles, or it looked like hair, and you twist it onto the water hose and it just.
Oh,
I was like
kind of like a car dealership where they be
Yeah.
like all over the place.
But we were so hype about turning that on in the backyard, like beg my parents, like, can we please just go outside and get wet, Mom? My mama really was saying no because you don't think about it. Hair care.
Yo,
we are
yeah,
young
true,
black women.
true.
You got to do your hair. So
True.
at first we didn't get it. We like, we just want to get wet. Now that I'm older, I get it, Mama. I love you, Mama. I get it.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
yeah, definitely. So you got. I mean, I think there's some traditions, or I don't even know if you call it a tradition. Just
You
to,
could.
just to stick to like nature, bro. I'm really big in nature. Like go outside.
Go outside.
Feel
bruh.
that there's a different vibe when you go outside versus you sitting in the house. Like
Mhm.
the house is stuffy. You go outside, it's just All the different
fresh
elements
air.
of nature. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So the boys that stay here, right? The ones from the Sock and Barker video.
I remember.
Yeah. They have a schedule. They had a summer schedule. Now that school starts, they have a school schedule.
Yeah.
And because they opted for online school,
Yeah.
they're on the computer from 8:30 to whatever. They have to go outside every day.
Sure.
It's important.
That makes
for
sense,
them to get
though.
outside. It don't matter what you do. Throw the football, play,
Something.
whatever. Just get out the house.
No,
know
you
what I'm
have
saying?
to, like, that's a psychological thing, bro. Like, if you, and I'm into, all these chakras and all that, but if your stuff's not aligned and if you're not being one with the different elements of the world, you don't feel right. So them, like, I appreciate them saying, hey, you got to go outside. Even if they don't want to, sit on the curb, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But, even to get sunlight, bro, that helps with your
Exactly.
health.
Exactly.
There, there's certain things that just go with being a human, and the natural element of being outside in nature is one. Like, that's a whole paradigm shift from my career. Like, come on, dude. Come on.
Exactly. Get
Gotta be out
outside.
there.
Go outside.
Exactly.
Now I know what outside smells like too. By the
Okay.
way.
No,
They
for
always
real.
just go, you smell like outside. And then as a kid, I was like, what does outside smell
Exactly.
like? Nah, I can smell it.
No,
I can smell
it's a stench.
Yeah.
It's a little sweat. It's a little grass.
It's a little, yeah. It's
It's
a
like,
little.
okay, what we doing?
It's a little ripeness to it. So yeah, but yeah, my number one has to be Hey Arnold. And then the fact that he had a black dude as his best friend.
Yeah.
Like Gerald, like that dude was cool.
Gerald was cool
His
as
older brother
hell.
was cool too.
I don't remember Gerald's older brother. He had an
there's
older
been-
brother?
Yes, there was a whole episode
Shut
about
up.
him having an older brother.
No, was he in college? Or did I make that up?
I don't know.
I
Maybe
felt like
you
he was
might have
just
made it-
visiting.
I don't know. The one episode I remember is where he was like trying to bake something for his girlfriend or something.
Who, Gerald?
Yeah, no.
I was
Gerald's
like,
brother.
Gerald had a girlfriend?
Gerald's brother.
Okay.
He was trying to bake something in the oven. And I just remember one episode, he had a lot going on.
Yeah.
And he had to like take care of Gerald and give him some money, but like manage this for his girl. But I remember Gerald's brother being like super cool.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
he get it from his brother.
Yeah, exactly. So
It
I
makes
just thought it
sense.
was cool that Arnold, this white dude, was like, first of all, Arnold was such a good dude.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
he was
Arnold
so
was progressive
kind-hearted.
as hell.
Like he was so for the people. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
hey guys, let's get along. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I mess with Arnold.
Exactly.
Like he was like, if Arnold was a real person, like he would have been my dude.
Yeah.
Like,
But
yeah.
when you think about it, like, did he really have a choice? Like, think about his grandparents.
Yeah,
they
his
were
grandpa.
all over the place. You have to have
Mr.
some
Kokoschka.
understanding. Okay, you have to have some understanding and some compassion and some patience. Okay,
Yeah.
So I can see him being that type of dude.
Yeah. But what
Shout out
about
to Hey
you?
Arnold, though.
Yeah, Hey Arnold was my number
Okay.
one show. So you had number 5.
What did I say was my 5th one?
Something about
S Club 7.
Yeah, S Club
okay,
7.
so S Club 7. Number 4 would have to be Taina. Do you remember Taina on Nickelodeon?
Taina. I remember. Was it something like, I know they can't wait to see my
Hey,
name in lights.
hey,
Something about seeing my name in
yes.
lights.
So, I think my number 4 would be Taina. Like,
Oh yeah, Taina.
There you go. There you
I
go.
remember watching that. Yeah.
but yeah, I think she would have to be my number 4, or that show would have to be my number 4 because, man, follow your dreams to the T.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whatever it is out there you want to do it, and no one's gonna stop you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
So
do
I
it.
thought that
Just
was
do it.
dope. And then her being a teen and just navigating, like, I had this infatuation with New York, right? Loved everything about it. Wanted to be a part of it. But, me and my girls, we went traveling a lot. So we stayed a lot in New York. Like, it was my second home for a while. And so I got that infatuation. But just to see her navigate through New York and live that life. And she was in the quote-unquote inner city and still living in, maintaining family, friends, and all those aspects. And so it was more relatable to my life. Like, okay, I can do it all and still have it all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I thought that was just a dope show. And it was cute that, like, she's singing. And in my mind, I can sing. You can't tell me
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly. What you
Stop
gonna say?
it.
Who can't sing?
What? Did you not hear me?
Right.
Notes. Hella notes.
Right, octaves. Come on
Okay,
now.
listen to me. Okay, so S Club
Okay.
7, 5, Taina
Okay.
number 4.
Okay.
Don't give me slack. But
Okay.
it's my show.
Okay, come
and it's
on.
going to be my show.
Okay.
And I'm going to claim it.
Come on.
Barney, bro. Number 3,
Barney.
Barney.
Ooh.
What?
I had Barney show up to a birthday party of mine.
Oh, you living a life.
Yes, bro. I don't know who made it happen, but I just remember when
I
I was
appreciate
like
them.
4 or 5, something.
Yes.
Barney, that boy Barney pulled up. He was
Bro,
like,
I would have jumped out my skin and jumped
Yes.
out again.
Yes.
But yes, Barney was my deal. Like, not, I was young, but it was educational, and it was cool to just see the diversity that they had on Barney. Because they had a little bit of everybody in there, and I just thought, like, Bebop, what? I wanted to be his friend.
Yes. Side note. I had a student my first year teaching who was on Barney, bruh. Yes.
That's dope.
She was on Barney.
That's dope.
She was literally on Barney.
That's
I just
dope.
thought about that. I never remembered that until just now.
That's dope.
Yeah, she was on Barney.
Barney was my joint. Like, to this day, my sister get on me about my Barney shirt because I had a Barney shirt when I was a kid. You're gonna have to pry that off me. Wash what? No, you're not washing it. Like I was so distraught when my parents made me donate that shirt because I'm like, this is my shirt. I love it. Like, bro, got a family photo with that shirt on. I'm just cheesing like, Barney. It's like, bro, that show was. First of all, that shirt was dope. Yeah. It was like a collage of Barney. It was like 4 different pictures of him, and he like smiling, doing all this. Mm-hmm. I thought that was a bee's knees. Like, I'm wearing this shirt every day. Like, and I'm still like that to this day. Like, if I have something that's my favorite, I'm wearing it. Wash it, okay, blah blah blah. But I'm wearing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So okay, Barney was my third.
Okay, so we got 2 more.
Got 2 more. My second, 101. You remember that show, 101?
Oh, with Kyla Pratt?
What? Yes. And Flex.
And they used to be in that apartment.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to watch that.
Yes.
Shout out BT, man.
Yeah, no, for real. But that was my joint, like
101.
It was more so relatable because when I was watching it, I was a teen at the time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, in my mind, bro, really, TV ain't what it's supposed to be. Because I'm thinking, like, why can I make adult decisions like she is?
Yeah.
But then, like, it was just
he was
dope.
like, he was a good dad.
He was a good dad.
I remember he would conflict with her, like, growing up.
Yeah. Because, and you don't really see that aspect of, like, black families and it being the single dad, because, you know, with anything with black culture, people see, like, the man as a threat or X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? So to see that TV show portraying a black, and granted he was a single black dad, but still a dad doing his duties, I was like, that's dope, because I have a hell of a relationship with my daddy. Like, love that man to the moon and back. I mean, he was my coach, so you know how tight that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, 101 was my number 2. When I moved down here in 2014, like, no cable. I'm really just winging it and just came up here, right? No cable. What I did have though is 101 on DVD, so I watched that like on repeat. So okay, so 101. What's 101. My okay? Yeah. Come on, Harmony. But what would be my number 1? My number 1 would have to be, you know what? Rugrats. Loved it.
I was thinking about putting that in my list.
Bro, loved it so much because I'm like,
the intro alone.
What?
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, all I'm thinking of is a little baby feet. You know they doing it from a POV, but Rugrats. It was just because they were so adventurous. I love that. They
What's
were so
that girl's
adventurous.
name?
Angelica.
Yeah. No. Susie.
Oh, Susie Carmichael. Shout out to Susie Carmichael. Representation.
Yeah,
okay?
Exactly.
But
we needed that.
We did.
We needed that for sure.
Rugrats was my joint. Like, I consider myself adventurous. So them getting into all those little doodads, I was like, bro, that's legit. Like, my favorite episode is when he swallowed a watermelon seed.
Oh,
and he told Chucky, like, bro, you're going to grow a watermelon. I was shook for the longest.
Yes, bro. I was like, because that happened to me. I was like, okay, so, mama, is this finna really happen? Like,
I'm finna burst, right?
Right. Exactly. That really had me thinking, like, okay, my stomach is really finna get big. Yeah. Not knowing that there was not an ounce of soil or sunlight or
nothing that you need to actually produce a watermelon. Exactly. But they shouldn't show us that our minds are young and developing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's my top 5. Like,
okay.
That was it.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good game. All right, top 5. Shout out to Drake. What do you say? Top 5.
Top 5.